So we were doing announcements. And the kitty cat is all tucked out from our afternoon play. I would like to tell you about the Constitution, and I wonder if you would like to read a page of the Constitution every day. But here's the prettiest. Here's one of the prettiest ones. The 14th Amendment. It's so pretty. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States. Whom are they speaking about? You. Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the law. Wouldn't it be wonderful if that was all true? The music a little while ago was playing Sweet Chariot. That's the kind of stocks that my friends buy. As soon as they buy them, Sweet Chariot stocks, as soon as they buy them, they swing low. So that's lovely. Every day, read a page of the First Amendment. Mary Ramage writes the loveliest letters. And she writes on December 27th and 28th that Hansberry eschews the 14th Amendment, which we just read. And she tells me what is being worn if it's a plaid jacket. You see, that's a color code. Plaid jacket means the programs that were videotaped in November and are being cablecast in December. And she sent me these pictures of these cute little jackets for doggies. They look so warm and comfy. Thank you, Mary. Mary Ramage, by the way, sent me this hat. And the companion hat, a green one. Mary Ramage is in Mohegan Lake, which is one of the municipalities covered by Cablevision Yorktown. Now, Cablevision Yorktown, you skipped some programs, or you got things mixed up, or I got them mixed up. And Mary says, I am very sorry that last night was a repeat. Yorktown, you should not repeat the Thursday show on Friday night. I send you 2 sets of shows, one for Cross River Friday night and one for Yorktown Thursday night, and you should be playing the Friday night Cross River program for 2 hours. You cheated on that. But anyway, this is sad when Mary says, I am very sad that I did not see .com. She loves .com kitty cat. And that I didn't see Sebastian. So Yorktown, you've got to do a better job of cable casting. Or if it's my fault, tell me. You have a special gift. Do you know that? As I told David Letterman, there's something that you can do better than anybody else. It takes a while sometimes for some people to figure out what that is that God has given them, that person can do better than anybody else. But put it first and find out what it is. Because that's what the Bible means when it says, don't hide your talents under a basket. The idea of having talents is for you to share them with other people, and other people share their talents with you. God's running a very complex universe, and you were created specifically to do a job, and nobody can do it better than you. And, as I told David Letterman, unless you do it, you will never be happy, and it'll keep nagging at you all the time. Another letter from Mary Ramage. I saved this postcard to show you. It's appealing. You know what one snowman said to the other snowman? He says, you know, Bill, I haven't seen Ron around lately, have you? And Bill says, no, I haven't seen Ron since he left for Florida. James Dixon wants to say hello to you. He's a big fan of A Chat with Glendora, and I love it. The way he calls me up when the program's on the TV and plays the program over the phone so I can know what is going on. These are 2 kitties. Well, obviously Glendora. And one is Harry, and one is Harriet. Harriet is the one that's closer to you, and Harry is her brother. And they belong to Bruce Bergman. And when he went to adopt them, those 2 kitties came out with their sides touching to be interviewed. And they've been that way ever since. And Bruce just could not see separating them, so he adopted both of them. And that's the way they are to this day. Do you know that you have 2008 blessings coming to you this year? How many of them have you used up already? Any announcements, folks? Here's a note to you. You are some of the entire family of heaven and earth. Some of the entire family named after God. You belong. You belong to us. Kitty cats are still playing. I guess they're rejuvenated by the 42 degrees. We could videotape outdoors even today, folks. This is an ugly note to and from the courts. Talking about the courts is so ugly, but so far as I know, this is the last legal paper. And it's to Cabranes, a circuit judge, Second Circuit, United States Court of Appeals, and to Curse, another circuit judge, and to Whidbey, and Lucille Carr, and another clerk named Wolf, and another clerk named Lange 3. In broad daylight, they perjured their oaths, and they double-crossed the United States. So we let them know, as usual. This one fell into the wastebasket. Hi, Sebastian. Mary Ramage again, saying that Cablevision called her. Cablevision has a very quaint habit of talking not to the owner of the public access program, but to the person in the local community, and it doesn't make much sense. It doesn't get things done, but then that's Cablevision's way. Well, I think we're coming to the end of the announcements. I'll remind you again of the vegetarian meat analogs. I buy them by the case. The kitty cats are vegetarian. I think they're really vegan. I don't think they eat any animal products either, any dairy products. And I buy them a case of tender bits, which is sort of like pork, but it's made from grain and soy. And I buy them dinner cuts and chocolates, and they're all made from grain, so they're the highest protein there is. You know, when you eat meat, and you never should eat meat, and you wouldn't eat meat if you lived next door to this farm here and saw the carloads of manure go by, and cows all of their lives standing in urine and feces. You wouldn't want to eat that. So these kitty cats don't eat meat because there's so many toxins in them, and if you eat meat, you're getting your protein secondhand. So get your protein firsthand. And this, I owe many, many, many thanks. What a cat. This comes from Diane Bennett. And there's two cats right here. I would show you, Sebastian, to the people. They love you and they'd love to see you. Shall we try it, Sebastian? Are you in the mood to be admired? Yeah, it's a nice kitty. It is very nice kitty. It is so nice. He is a happy boy. He was so lonesome outdoors and so cold and so hungry and so friendless and no place to sleep. But now he's got a person. He came in a year ago. Okie doke. Any announcements, folks? I have a song that I want to sing you. Be still, my soul, the Lord is on thy side. Bear patiently the cross of grief or pain. Leave to thy God to order and provide. In every change He faithful will remain. Be still, my soul, thy best, thy heavenly friend, through thorny ways leads to a joyful end. That is written by the man who wrote Finlandia. That would that be Grieg? Or is it Sibelius? It's beautiful. I have some words for you. God is alert. God is vigilant. These are what you call ecstasy minutes. 1, God is alert. 2, God is vigilant. 3, God is on the watch. 4, God is wide awake. 5, God is brisk. 6, God is nimble. 7, God is lively. 8, God is prompt. 9, God is ready. Add to that God's ready invention. That's 10. And 11, my allegiance is to God. That's 12. God alleviates. 13, lightens and lessens physical or mental troubles. 14, God mitigates. 15, God assuages. An alliance is a connection for mutual advantage. What's the best connection you can make for mutual advantage? Well, I think we're through with our announcements. And I think next we're going to do our exciting program on the Bethel Public Library, the Friends of the Library. If you have any announcements, I will help you with them. I will help you with anything I can. Well, thank you, God, for 42 degrees, the third week of January. It's been a very interesting winter. It's been an old-fashioned winter. The lowest temperature that we've had is 2 degrees. How about you folks? And the highest temperature that we've had is 57 degrees. We've had 13 snowstorms. I would estimate that we've had something like 34 inches of snow. But it's fun, it's winter, and it's cozy, and it's chummy, and it's comfy. And the doctor said to Paul, "You must not shovel snow. You will have a heart attack." So Paul went home and he says, "Son, will you please shovel the snow?" And his son says, Yes, Dad, I'll start immediately. Paul had a heart attack. Here are some events at the Bethel Public Library. This was sent to me by the director there and by other kind and amical folk who work at the Bethel Public Library. And I hope to see, today is January the 18th, and I hope to have all of the videotaping done today. And then the rest of the day, we'll start putting titles on everything, the information for you, the telephone numbers, and what the program is about. And then that'll take a couple, 3 days. And then we hope to make the dubs for all of the TV stations. There are 57 TV stations. And we hope to get those out the 4th week of January, which is what? The 6th, the 13th? No, the 7th, the 14th, the 21st. We get those out on the 28th of the last week in January to UTV stations, and then you'll have time to play them the first week of February. So I'm going to tell you about the events at the Bethel Public Library, 10 to 11:30 a.m. on February 9th, teen crafts, and continuing through that week, an evening book discussion, and Midsummer Night's Dream, and combined nights and pages chess clubs at the Bethel Public Library, and Intro to Word, and then story time for the kids. This is for the 2nd week of February. And Dynamite Story Craft Hour. And selling on eBay. You want to find out about that, folks? And then there are midday book discussions and morning book discussions and beginning chess class. And and then I'll tell you the 3rd week of February. You're going to the Bethel Library. They like kitty cats, you know. They have lots of pictures of kitty cats. Intro to the Word, Part 3. And Intro to Tatting with Joan Thomas. And Britt Braddock's Garden Border Basics. Evening book discussion. Karen's Elegant Silvers for the garden. And chess. And that'll take care of us just fine. And now what do you say we call up the president of the Friends of the Bethel Library, and I am going to send them, I think it's $50. I want to be a contributor, and I'll send that to them the 1st week of February. No hope in the middle of January. Can you tell me why there's so much month left over at the end of the money? So I am very enthusiastic about it being a friend of the Bethel Library. And they have this folder that tells about the friends that you might be interested in. And of course it's 5013C, it's nonprofit. And you can join in their book sales. Marvelous buys. 50 cents for some books and $1. Think what you pay for them at the store. And in May, they're going to have their romance book sale, and I think the president, Tessar, is going to tell you that. I called her up and asked her if she would please talk to you about it. So, without further ado, there's a joke about